Hey guys, it's me again, Shakira G. So I'm here with another video. And what I'll be doing for you today is a bob wig. This bob wig is kind of special because it's from Amazon. My cousin paid $89 for her wig, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, it was low-key decent. It was low-key decent. I was like, okay. Well, I washed it and I didn't do the color, it came colored, but I laid it out and I cut it. It came in a 14-inch. And it was just a beautiful wig. We didn't use any cap or anything, and it just came out seamless. It looked real perfect, and this is just all that I do. I braid her hair down for this bob as flat as I could without being too inconvenient, because my cousin wants to be able to take this wig on and off. So I make sure that her hair is tucked away really well. And when you're doing these type of braids, depending on how thick your hair is, you want to make sure that it's flat. That is a flatiana, okay? You need a flatiana. You don't need wig-itis, okay? We're not doing wig-itis. It's 2022. We need flat wigs, okay? So this foundation seems to fit most of my clients well. I just braid down on the side, on the side, and bring it towards the back, and I loop them in the back. I think I show a clip of that you'll be able to see that, but this is basically how I lay my foundation for the wigs. My apologies, I was out of frame for a little while, but then I come back in frame. So what you see me doing right here is stitching the braid in the back down flatly, that the tail of the braid is not hanging out from under the wig. I usually use some thread to do that. Some people use a crochet needle, but I use thread. And that's to keep it secure and out of the way. But here comes this pretty wig as I put it on right now. I prepped it. When I prepped it, I just put a little foundation on her part so it could look a little bit more scalpy underneath the lace, but the lace looks pretty good. And as you can see, what I did in the front and why you see like the front baby hair sticking up is because I curled it backward. And I did all this prior to the appointment because I just like to get the wig almost finished. I don't usually do like same day preparation and customization because I feel like it takes up time. So if the client could get me the wig as soon as possible, I love to sit with the wig and have time and really make it pretty. So I bleached her knots for her really well. I cut off the lace and I curled the baby hairs up so that when I go to swoop it with the edge, it's edge control. When I swoop it with the edge control, that it comes seamlessly and I don't have to do too much finessing to make a curve, if that makes sense. And what you see me doing right now is just shaping up the bob, making sure that it's real straight because a wig shifts when you put it on. So when I did the cut, I made sure that I went in and I cleaned everything, because if you turn any type of funny way with a bob cut, sometimes it'll still be little pieces underneath the bob. So I had to make sure that those pieces were gone. So she could be a flatiana and a bob wig yana. Also, at this time, I flipped the cape over to the front that I'm able to get every piece of hair and make sure that the cut is cut across precisely and is bobbing like how it should. So I'm just cleaning up the cut. And now I'm going to do my enthroned edges. I use enthroned edges. I forgot the brand of it, but I will put it in the description bar. It's some really, really good edge control, y'all. This is a glueless install, so all I used was some edge control and some holding spray. And I'm just making sure that I go through and make sure that it's the flattest that it's ever been, because it needs to be a flatty on the bob and not a bulky on the bob. So I always go through my closures and frontals with a hot comb to make sure that it's laying the flattest as possible. But at the same time, you see me prepping the edges. I finesse the edges and I just mold it until it looks how I want it to look, the flattest as possible. Guys, when you're doing this type of work, take your time. Take your time. Make sure that you're doing the best of your capabilities. Don't skip or cut any corners, because that's when your wig doesn't look the best. The difference between people that have really well installs is because they take their time. It's not because they sat there and just threw it on there. I just want you guys to know that this install took me about probably like an hour and 15 minutes altogether with the braiding and everything. And it's just coming out really, really nice. And my cousin loved it. As you see, like she ended up getting real happy towards the end, and I was just so happy that she was happy. And she could pop this on and off whenever she feels like it's not connected to her head. All I used was some edge control and holding spray. And just a little piece of Fit Me foundation in the front, and voila, she is done. She came out real wonderful. She loved it. It was her birthday. Happy birthday, T. That's my cousin, my big cousin. And I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe and share. Have a great day.